Here are 11 mind-shattering facts about space. You'll love number 3 so much, you'll want to put a ring on it. Number 11. The average lifespan of a star is 10 billion years. Depending on its mass, at the end of its life, a star will either collapse or explode into a supernova. Most of the material in the universe comes out of these explosions, including us. That's right, honey. You're a star. Everything that we are and everything in the universe originated from stardust. It continually floats through us today, and some of it is as old as the universe itself. So don't forget, if you need something in life to go your way, make a wish upon yourself. Number 10. Speaking of stars, when a star dies, if it doesn't explode into a supernova, it implodes, and its collapsed core forms a neutron star. Neutron stars are one of the densest objects in the universe. 1 teaspoon of matter from a neutron star would weigh 900 times more than the mass of the Great Pyramid of Giza. If the neutron star's internal pressure is insufficient to resist its own gravity, a gravitational collapse occurs, which then creates a black hole. And what happens in a black hole stays in a black hole. Before we move on, be sure to subscribe. Hit the bell button to get notified of new videos, and we always appreciate a big thumbs up. Number 9. Earth is located in the galaxy known as the Milky Way, which gets its name from the delicious chocolate malt nougat candy bar from the Mars Company. A lot of people don't know that, so definitely tell all your friends at the next party. The Milky Way's closest neighbor is a galaxy known as Andromeda. As far as galaxies go, Andromeda is pretty formidable. It has approximately 1 trillion stars and spans 220,000 light years. But Andromeda has one cardinal transgression. It's headed right for us! That's right, the 2 galaxies are on a collision course locked into an intergalactic game of chicken. And you know the Milky Way doesn't flinch. That's how we roll. We've got the pedal to the metal and the balls to the wall because we are speeding towards Andromeda at a speed of 68 miles per second. Scientists believe that the 2 galaxies will collide in approximately 4.5 billion years. The Earth's fate after the collision is unknown. Some scientists say that it will be unaffected save for an epic 500 million year long light show. Others say that it will be crushed by other planets. But don't worry, by then you'll be super dead. Number 8. Space is so vast. How vast is it? Space is so vast that the light from some stars has been traveling for millions of years just to reach your eyes, which means that you don't need a flux capacitor traveling at 88 miles per hour in order to go back in time. All you need to see into the past is to look up at the night sky. The Hubble telescope is a space telescope that was launched into Earth's orbit by NASA in 1990. It is one of the largest and most versatile modern telescopes ever. The Hubble telescope can see stars that are so far away that some of their light has been traveling as long as 13 billion years. Great Scott! Number 7. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the Sun. It is the largest planet in our solar system. It has 67 moons, and every other planet in the system could fit inside of it. Party at Jupiter's! From Earth, it is the 3rd brightest natural object in the sky, after the Moon and Venus. What really sets Jupiter apart is that it has an enormous hurricane that has been raging across its surface for at least 300 years. The storm is so large that you could fit 3 Earths inside of it. I'm gonna let you finish, Puerto Rico, but Jupiter had the best hurricane of all time. Number 6. Mars is our brother from another mother. It's our next door neighbor here in the nice part of the solar system. Just like Earth, Mars orbits the sun and rotates on an axis. In fact, a Mars day is only 37 minutes longer than an Earth day. However, Mars has a sunset that would be unrecognizable on Earth. The sun disappears behind the horizon like an Earth sunset, but there is one glaring difference on Mars. It's blue! Because of Mars's low gravitational pull, there is a bunch of debris floating around the planet. When the sun hits the debris as it's going down, it creates a majestic blue hue across the red planet. I don't know about you, but this fact really blew my mind. Oh, you don't think it's cool? Well, you can go blue yourself. Number 5. Many physicists suspect that everything that we know, all the worlds, galaxies, and stars in our observable universe is just one tiny bubble in an infinite ocean of other universes that together are known as the multiverse. The multiverse comprises everything that exists: space, time, matter, energy, all that stuff. What that means is that you're basically a speck riding on a speck inside a speck next to an infinite amount of other specks. Sort of puts things in perspective. But tell me more about how horrible it is that your apartment has bad Wi-Fi. Number 4. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, 2 American astronauts on the NASA Apollo 11 spaceflight, became the first men to walk on the moon. In total, they spent approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes together bouncing around on the moon's surface, collecting lunar material and taking epic pictures with the American flag. It's too bad they didn't have Instagram back then. The amount of likes these photos could have gotten would truly have been out of this world. Turns out that because the moon has no atmosphere, it also has no wind, which means that millions of years from now, their footprints will still be there. These guys really know how to make an impression. Number 3. Without a doubt, Neptune is the coolest planet in our solar system. Literally, it's like negative 353 degrees Fahrenheit. But on top of that, it just hangs out all the way in the back of the pack and occasionally makes fun of Pluto for not being a planet anymore. According to scientists, however, Neptune is going to be making big moves in the future. Triton is Neptune's largest moon, and it's gradually orbiting closer and closer to the planet. It is believed that one day Triton will get so close to Neptune that it will be torn apart by gravity. This will proliferate debris all around the planet's orbit that will eventually coalesce into planetary rings. There's going to be a new big baller blinging out hard in the system. Scientists predict that Neptune's new ice will easily outstrip Saturn's, which will make it the chillest but also the illest planet on the block. Number 2. In 2004, astronomers discovered a planet orbiting a nearby star 40 light years from Earth in our Milky Way galaxy. They named it 55 Cancri E because scientists are super lame. Its diameter is about twice that of Earth's, but its mass is about 8.6 times Earth's mass. Hey, 55 Cancri E. Yo mama has got so much mass, her belly button gets home 15 minutes before she does. Hey, 55 Cancri E. Yo mama has got so much mass, she doesn't need the internet because she's already worldwide. Hey, 55 Cancri E. Yo mama has so much mass, it took me 2 buses and a train to get to her good side. What's unique about this planet is that it's composed mainly of carbon, and scientists have estimated that over 1/3 of 55 Cancri E is diamond. That's right, 55 Cancri E is officially a girl's best friend in the sky with Lucy and is all I need to please me. It can stimulate and tease me. If the estimate is correct, 55 Cancri E would be worth a whopping $26.9 nonillion. That's a huge rock. Number 1. The moon. It's in the sky. It's always rotating around us, and sometimes you can see it during the day, which is weird. But where did it come from? Why does it rotate the Earth? What kind of cheese is it really made of? Turns out the broad scientific consensus is that the moon came from Earth. According to space nerds, when the solar system was created 4.6 billion years ago, the Earth was riding solo. One day, Thea, a protoplanet nearly the size of Mars comes out of nowhere and crashes into Earth. Theia hit our blue rock in such a way that a massive amount of debris was ejected out of our atmosphere. The debris field consolidated in the vacuum of space into what we now call the moon and has been hanging around us ever since. In the end, it turns out Theia is a real deadbeat planet. She hit it and she quit it. She knocked us up and took off forever, leaving us with all the responsibility of a baby moon. She didn't even leave a note. Typical.
If you want to get down and get your hands dirty, then save some money to the side for your investment. Pick some investments yourself and use an online trading platform. Investing may be a risk, but it can be a calculated one that could result in giving you some extra paydays. If you want to be able to stack cash like you see in this picture, you need to get off the couch and start doing something today.
Bored Badger.